one and all, and a special welcome to our special guest today, Eka.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here. It's an honor to meet all of you all, and I'm really excited for our talk.
I started calling her ma'am in the first, and then I realized she's my daughter's age. Eka Lakhani is an Indian fashion costume designer who has worked in the Hindi, Tamil and Telugu film industries. She is 36 years old. Guys, look at her. Eka has studied fashion design at SNDT Women's University, Mumbai for 3 years and then spent a year at Fashion Institute of Technology, New York City. During the period, she assisted designers during New York Fashion Week. Wow. Once she returned to India, she worked as an intern with Sabyasachi Mukherjee during the making of Maniratnam's bilingual Ravan. You would have been what age at that time?
I worked on Ravan in 2008 is when I started. I think I was 22 or 23 years old. But I was an intern. I was the last addition to the team, the lowest member, paid member of the team.
After beginning her career as an intern on the sets of Ravan in 2010-28, she has become director of Maniratnam's costume designer for his films since 2013. The film cinematographer Santosh Shivan subsequently hired her to be the principal costume designer for his Malayalam period drama Urmi. In 2011, it is set in the 15th century Kerala. For the film, she had to dress actors including Vidya Balan, Genelia and Thakur in Portuguese and Indian period costumes. Impressed by her work in Urmi, Maniratnam sir assigned her to be the main costume designer in Kadal in 2013. She also portrayed a minor role in the film as the wife of the character portrayed by Did you? She later continued to regularly collaborate with Maniratnam, winning acclaim for her work for actresses Nitya Menon and Aditi Rao Hydari in O Kadal Karmani and Kattu Vidyade, respectively. Eka has often worked on biopics, including on films such as Sanju on Sanjita and the web series Queen on Jayalalitha. That's news. To prepare for biopics, she often met people involved on the stories to better reflect their fashion sense during the respective historical periods. I'm sure it takes a lot of research. You're going to tell us all about it. In 2019, she set up Team E, in which senior designers work on projects under her supervision. The first project handled by Team E was the Madras Talkies production, Vanam Kodata. Eka said, Polin Selvan, the first film where she spent around 3 to 4 months in prep work before she started the costumes. There was history, so she had to research the era. She went to Tanjore, spoke to the weavers, studied the paintings, and had in-depth meetings with Manisa. It was easy to go wrong. You could miss the finer details as it was more of imagination and sketches. She had to get together a team of master weavers, had multiple meetings with the armor team, and put together the best people in hair, makeup, and ornaments. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Eka Lakhani today as our main speaker. Eka, take us down on your very young journey.
So I studied fashion. My father has been a textile designer, and I grew up with silks and pure cottons, and he introduced me to fabrics at a very young age. And it was because of this that I took it for granted. I never wanted to get into fashion. After my 10th exam, I scored a very good percentage. I came second in my school. So I went to my father and I said, I want to take up science. And he was shocked. He said, why? You're meant to do art. He took me to NID. He showed me in Ahmedabad, the National Institute of Design. And he said that I see you do fine arts or commercial arts over here. And why would you want to do science? Do you want to be a doctor? I said, no. He said, then why are you thinking of doing science? So I said, because I have a brain. I want to use my brain and I want to study science. He said, fine, go ahead. And I was like, which father would do this? Which father would tell their daughter that don't take up science and go and do art? But so I took up science. 2 years into my science, I realized my father was right. And I was inclined to do art. So then I went to him and I said, I want to try my hand at fashion design. And he smiled. He was like, I always knew this was your calling. Welcome, let's start this journey for you, and where would you like to study? So that's how I took up fashion design, and I tried a 3-year course in Bombay. Then I told him I wanted to see what it is to live somewhere else. Not that I wanted to study in New York, it was actually that I just wanted to try my hand as how it is to go live abroad without parents. So I told him I want to do some course, because there was no other way of going. So I went to FIT in New York, and I love the culture there. I did a lot of short courses. I assisted in the Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week. We did photo shoots. I met journalists, fashion journalists, and then fashion photographers. So I was introduced to a new world, and I was looking forward to come back to India and join a high fashion magazine. I knew that Vogue was just starting. There was L'Officiel. So I thought that this is my world. I'm going to join high fashion, and I'm going to be a stylist at a magazine. So I come back to India, and I get a call saying that designer Savera Mukherjee is looking for an intern for a film which is based in South India. And I was like, I don't want to do films. But the names that were taken were really big names. There was Savera Mukherjee. In college we had these slang books where they used to ask the designer you want to work with and your dream designer. And I'd always written Savera Mukherjee. So that's when I was like, okay, now this is happening. Let me forget the magazines. Let me go assist on this film. And it wasn't the glamorous job I thought it would be. I was down in Chanakudi, in slush, in muck, under a waterfall, with leeches on our legs and blood coming out. And it was a very hard, a very difficult shoot. But the names that were involved were Sabyasachi, Manisa, Aishwarya, Abhishek, Vikram. And I was just drawn towards these names, and I believe everybody at my age at the time would have been. It was at this time that Mani sir and I understood everything that I know today from Mani sir. I wasn't into films, so Mani sir was my film school. He taught me, how real costumes would look, how the real world, how the real approaches. And here I was dreaming of high fashion, and he introduced me to my earthy side. Today, earthy fashion comes to me more naturally. I'm drawn towards it. I'm drawn towards Indian textiles. I'm drawn towards Indian jewelry. Which is not what I thought I would be, but everything that I learned happened on the sets of Ravan with Mani sir. It was in this duration that I met Santosh Shivan, and Santosh sir asked me, I was a pretty girl, I was young and I was pretty, and he asked me if I would act in his film Urmi. And I told him, I'm not an actor. If you really need a costume designer, you can tell me and I'll be there. The thing is, at that age, there is nothing you have to fear. There is nothing you have to lose. I today would not offer my services like that to a director of that caliber. But the me then was very fearless. So I told him I would love to do your costumes, and Mani sir backed this up. He said, yes, you should give it a shot. And that's how Urmi happened to me. Because I told him I don't want to act, I want to do costumes. And Urmi became a good hit. Luckily, even while we were doing Urmi, I was fearless. I didn't get scared with names like Vidya Balan, Janilya, Prabhudeva. I was fearless, and I guess it was that which made me work with all that I had, made me show a beautiful world. I came with a fresh perspective for the Malayalam audience. They loved it. And it's after seeing Urmi that Mani sir thought that I could be a part of his next film. And though on paper it said as Kadal, my first actual meeting back then was for Punyan Selvan. But it did not happen. He did not go ahead and shoot it at the time. It happened now. So it's like a whole journey has got completed. At the age of 23, when I was working on Ravan, I was in awe of Mani sir's direction And I made a dream. At that time, I took a mannat. I don't know the word you would say for it, but I took a mannat that I want to be a costume designer for his film. The names that were there before that were Sabyasachi Mukherjee, Bhanu Athaiya, who's an Oscar winner. I obviously thought that this would come to me in my 50s or in my late 40s. I never thought that the next year itself I would be a designer. In my mannat, I taken a mannat that I would go to Tirupati and I would donate my hair. Because I didn't think it would come when I was 20, in my 20s. I had to do it when I'm older. But this happened. I went to Tirupati. I sat there, but he just cut a little bit of my hair. But yeah, it was the manifestation that made it happen.
Manifestation, dreams, and I think it's also working towards it. And your self-confidence, it's not that you did not have a backing on it. You were like ready to soak in everything that was happening around you. And let me tell you, at that age, all of us have children, most of us, that age of 20, 22, some kids are still wondering what to do with everything, It's surprising that even at 20 odd years, you're able to focus on what you really want, which is astounding. So who's been your inspiration in this, Eka?
I believe my father. He's always supported me. He's always pushed me towards my dream. There are times when I'm so tired and there are times when I'm upset that I'm just working. My 20s went in working. I did not party with my friends every weekend. Yes, I did. I had my occasional weekends. But majority of my 20s went towards working towards a dream. And the days when I was low, my father would come and tell me that, do you know how many people want to be where you are? And if you are here, you should go and work. Enough sulking. So I guess that he wasn't the father who would pat my back and say, okay, take a break. He would pat my back and he'd say, now done, now go and work. So I guess it's that. I always knew I had a support system. I'm not married. I'm 36 years old. I'm not married. But I'm happy. And my parents have supported this decision. They are happy that I'm working towards a dream and they are happy with my decision. So I guess having this backing at home, and my parents are really orthodox. I come from a very traditional Gujarati family. We have 6 hours of puja every morning. So I wake up with satsang and bhajans going on at home. So I never thought that I would get so much love and support from my family in my early days. I guess when the family backs you, your dreams become easier. And all the parents here, whatever your kids dream, give them a shot, let them do it. If they fail, it's okay. But at least it had a chance to go and try to make their dream come true. It's really important.
It's really important to have a good family backup, and all of us realize the worth of family, especially during COVID, right? I think now families are more closer knit, and I think we inspire each other, we learn from each other, we understand each other. So I think if we haven't learned in these 2 years that went by, I think those 2 years were wasted.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now tell me about, Mani sir better now, right? What was it the first time when you met him, and what was it all about? I mean, how did you evolve from there to what you are today under, in the various movies that you have done with him?
I think with every movie that I've done with Mani sir, I have learned a new aspect of design, of film, and of myself. When I started, I used to love fashion. Today, my love for films is bigger than my love for fashion. I love films, I love filmmaking, I love the different aspects that it involves. I've worked with many directors. I do all of Karan Johar's film in Bombay, I do Raju Virani's films, and then I do Mani sir's film. So there are 3 different directors. Each director has a different way of working. What Mani sir has is sheer art. When I'm working with, say, Karan Johar, I would look up at fashion influences, or I would look up at what's in trend and what today's generation is liking. When I do a film with Mani sir, every film he gives me a new artist to study. We have studied Rembrandt's paintings for a church scene in Kadal. We have studied Michelangelo's paintings for the way the color palette should be in OK Kanmani. He takes me for Punyan Selvin. I have gone to Tanjavur, I have studied the sculptures, I had a researcher who's explaining terms to me, explaining what certain motifs are. So he takes me to a different form of art, and I feel that's something that helps me evolve or helps me notice small finer details. When you see the movie, you may not realize that this has been the inspiration, but while we are making the movie, the arts are what are inspiring us for it.
We always believe that Mani sir is a master at these things, I think he's an institution by itself, isn't it?
Yeah, and he's also someone who I don't think Mani sir sets out knowing exactly what he wants. He will not say this is what I want and let's make this. He will kind of explain, a picture to you. He will kind of explain a character to you. He'll tell you the scene. He will tell you the backdrop of that character, which is probably not in the film. How they were born, what was their childhood like, what music they like, what their daily activities is. It is this that helps you understand the character better. Are they driving a car or a bike? What is their favorite thing to eat? So you probably understand the characters more like this. And then he'll leave you with yourself, with these thoughts, and he'll leave you to imagine. And then you come back with what you like. It's not that he will tell you, I want him to wear a jacket or shirt or denim, so I want the sari. He will give you all this and he'll let you come back with what you have imagined for that character in the film. And after that, he will push you more. And he will tell you, okay, I love this, but let's see what more can you do. What different can you do? I want it to be different, but I still want it to be real. I want real people to be able to understand this, to be able to like it and adapt it in their own lives. And then we create magic. So until we've not reached magic, and I use this term because everything Mani sir does is so magical, till we don't reach there, he doesn't stop. He keeps pushing you.
Now we come to our favorite, the rapid fire.
Wow.
What does style mean to you?
Style for me is a personality. The personality that you put forward for people to see is your style.
Your favorite color?
White.
Your comfort food?
You're going to judge me for this. No, it's sambar and rice. Sambar sadam and my papad is the thing that I even look at for.
How do you de-stress?
I go on holidays. I think I work really hard. So then when I want to de-stress, I get myself the best room at the best hotel and I go and enjoy it.
You deserve it. What's your favorite hobby?
Shopping.
Like all of us, no guilt. Your favorite destination?
I really love New York because I studied there and it opened out my horizon to a world I didn't know exists.
Your biggest fear?
Failure was my biggest fear, but now with the amount of work I've done, I feel the fear is the only thing that I don't, I'm afraid is losing someone really close, but career-wise, I don't have any more fears.
I'm glad to hear that. Your biggest achievement so far?
Being a Mani Ratnam costume designer.
Yay! Your secret desire?
I would never let anyone take my place in Madras. So the minute I know that they're looking at starting a new project, that even Mani sir may not direct and somebody else, I'll be like, no, my secret desire is to ensure I don't let anyone enter that.
So education continues in that because you have to be updated, right? So that happens. The last question here. Where do you think you will be in the next 10 years?
Earlier today I said that my love for film has kind of outgrown my love for fashion. I hope I can continue to do something in the film industry. If not as a costume designer, you never know, I might like to explore production design or direction or writing, or I'm keeping the options open. As of now, I'm loving what I'm doing, but I do feel that I might want to learn more, explore more and work more, but within the films.
I think you're in the right place, right time, and you're doing the right things, right? So good luck to you, Eka Lakhani, right? And we end on with this note that, you know, what Punim Selvan has done to all of us in Tamil Nadu is also given us so much pride in our heritage in every way possible. And it's good to sit back and, you know, understand and believe that we come from such a beautiful heritage. So
yes. The most expensive gift I have given my mom in the last 2 years is this beautiful sari that I bought for her from Kanakavali. I feel that that's the prestige of being here, you know, it's really good to be proud, because the weaves, it takes days and months to weave zari and to weave a kanjivaram, and the color combinations are so beautiful and they last for so long. During the shoot of Korean Selvan, we saw that at some places where we had to do embroidery, you know, when you put light on it, it doesn't shine as good as the zari of the silk does. It's the best gift you can give your daughters. It's the best gift you can take from your mothers. So invest in the best of saris. You know, the weavers put in a lot of effort. Make it worth it for them as well.
So, like I said, Nitya, you need to take it back to Mani sir, that we're so proud of what he has done, and also for waking up that pride in all of us, not just in the heritage, but of course in the costumes, in the jewelry, in the attitude. So thank you so much for this morning. Thank you, Eka.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.